All right, everybody. Welcome to another deep dive. Today we're taking a look at Kliatko's American Gateway Tour.
4 days jam-packed with Northeast destinations.
Yeah, 4 days, New York City, Niagara Falls, Philly, even Amish country.
Ambitious.
That's one word for it. I mean, it sounds awesome, right? But is it really?
Well, that's what we're here to find out.
Exactly. We've got the itinerary, and we've done a little extra digging, too, just to, see what they don't tell you.
Right. Get the full picture.
Full picture. So you listening out there can decide if this is a trip for you.
The Northeast is amazing. I mean, so much history, so much to see.
Oh, absolutely. And this tour, they try to pack it all in. So we're starting in New York.
The Big Apple.
Big Apple, but I'm guessing most of you have been there, done that.
Probably.
So we'll skip ahead. Day one really kicks off as we head towards Watkins Glen State Park.
Upstate New York. Beautiful.
Yeah, and the itinerary mentions a picturesque canyon, but I was curious what that actually meant.
I know Picturesque is doing a lot of work there.
Right. Turns out it's these hanging valleys carved by glaciers.
Right.
With, get this, plunge pools that people used to climb up with ladders and ropes.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. Thankfully, you don't have to do that anymore. Now there are these amazing trails through the gorge, waterfalls everywhere, just lush and green.
Sounds gorgeous.
And on the way, we'll be passing Seneca Lake, the largest of the Finger Lakes.
Oh, the Finger Lakes are so cool. Long, narrow, formed by glaciers, thousands of years ago. If you look at them on a map, they really do look like fingers.
I never thought about that.
Yeah. And Seneca Lake especially is known for its beauty, and if you like wine, it's Rieslings.
Good to know. Okay, and then the main event, what everyone's waiting for, Niagara Falls.
One of the great wonders of the world.
No kidding. So we get there late day one, enough time to check out Goat Island and Luna Island, get those classic views. But is it all hype? Is it really that amazing?
I mean, it's hard to describe the power, the sound, the mist. It's like this curtain of water just thundering down, and at night when they light it up, the colors, it's magical.
Really? All right. I'm sold. Day two, we get up close and personal. Maid of the Mist, boat ride in the summer, or, if it's winter, a trip to the Cave of the Winds.
Now, those are two very different experiences.
So which one would you pick?
Tough choice. Maid of the Mist, you're right there at the base of the falls getting soaked. I mean, drenched.
Pack a poncho.
Definitely. But the Cave of the Winds, you go down into the Niagara Gorge, you're standing on this platform just feet from the Bridal Veil Fall.
Up close and personal.
You said it.
I think I need to see both.
Can't go wrong either way.
Right. Okay, so after all that excitement, a quick stop at an outlet mall. Always a gamble.
It's hit or miss, yeah.
Hit or miss. And then we're on to Philadelphia, the birthplace of America, all that jazz.
Too much history.
Independence Hall, the Liberty Bell, Congress Hall. I mean, it's like stepping into a history textbook.
For sure, but you know what I always tell people to check out?
What's that?
Elfreth's Alley.
Elfreth's Alley.
It's this little street, narrow, cobblestone houses from the 1700s. Oldest residential street in the U.S. that people still live on.
Wow. Like a time capsule.
Exactly.
Oh, and the panoramic tour. We got to mention that. Benjamin Franklin Parkway, the Rocky Steps.
Ah, yes. Running up the steps, feeling inspired.
Of course.
Yeah.
I got to do it. And the parkway itself, very grand, modeled after the Champs-Élysées in Paris.
A little bit of Europe, right, in Philly?
I like it. Okay, next up, we're trading the city for something completely different. Lancaster County, Amish country.
Like the contrast.
From skyscrapers to horse-drawn buggies.
A different world.
Right. So we'll get a buggy ride through the countryside, visit an Amish market, experience a different pace of life.
The Amish are fascinating. They really value simplicity and tradition, living off the grid in a way. It's a good reminder, that there are different ways to live.
Definitely. Okay, deep breath, everyone, because the last stop is Washington, D.C., and they are not messing around.
Packed itinerary.
Packed. Jefferson Memorial, hopefully with cherry blossoms in bloom.
Fingers crossed.
Arlington National Cemetery, the changing of the guard, up to Capitol Hill, the Air and Space Museum, the Lincoln Memorial, and the MLK Jr. Memorial.
All in one day.
All in one day.
Wow. Make sure your walking shoes are comfortable.
No kidding. But, I mean, each one of those places is so significant. Arlington especially is incredibly moving. All those headstones, it really hits you.
For Memorial Day, they place over 3,000 flags there.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's quite a sight.
Okay, got to add that to the list. Now, Kliatko, They offer all these extra services like a Sophia AI agent, geofence alerts, GPS tracking, all that.
Very high tech.
Is it all just bells and whistles, or is it actually useful?
I think it could be helpful, especially if you're not familiar with the area. Like, say you're in Niagara Falls, can't decide where to eat. You ask Sophia, and boom, she gives you suggestions based on what you like, how much you want to spend.
Like a personal concierge?
Exactly. And those geofence alerts, that could be good for safety, especially if you're traveling solo. Wander too close to somewhere you shouldn't be. Your phone warns you.
That's actually pretty smart.
Yeah, I think they're trying to offer some peace of mind.
Makes sense. So there you have it, the American Gateway Tour, everything you need to know.
From bustling cities to peaceful countryside.
History, nature, culture, they've really crammed it all in.
It's definitely a whirlwind. But, I think it's important to remember it's not just about checking things off a list.
What do you mean?
Well, each of these places, it tells a story. Take the time to really experience that. Think about what you're seeing, what it means. You'll get so much more out of it.
That's a great point. So we've given you the rundown, the good, the bad, maybe skip the outlet mall.
You're listening, you decide.
Exactly. Is this the right American adventure for you? We hope this deep dive has helped you answer that question. And until next time, happy travels.